Now, this is the fly I'm going to be tying. This is basically it's a request, as a friend of mine asked me if I could tie this fly and or film it obviously and put it on YouTube. And so I said, "Aye, it's a lovely pattern." So it's certainly a fly I could see working, and the colour combination is, I mean, you should really, if you're fishing the lochs or even the river, you can't really go far wrong. Now this fly is called the Veyatie Black, if I pronounced it correctly. Originally tied by Bob Wyatt. So we're going to give it a go. The hook choice is up to yourself. I'm using a size 12. I mean, this fly you could probably tie quite a few sizes, maybe 16s up type of thing. 12 is the middle of the road, it's a good size in the lochs. And as I say, you could easily tie this fly and use it in the river. You maybe could take the body hackle off it and give it a soft hackle pattern. I'm sure it would certainly work, so it would. Now, thread I'm going to be using, this is the Uni 80 in black. Just start to the eye. I'm just going to put down a layer of thread along the shank. I'm controlling the turns by keeping the waist piece tight. It makes it easier to get touching turns if you just tighten up a wee bit, and the turns will be spot on. Now, the tail with the fly is golden pheasant crest. I've got some tails lying on my desk. Now you've got a nice curve in these ones, so they're going to sit up, and you want them always to sit up. You're looking for a tail length, then it could be the body length, it could be the hook length, it's up to yourself. I'm middle of the road, so I'll tie it in at this point here. Just do a pinch and loop in the top. Now I like to come underneath the tail with a turn, pull towards the eye, and then do a turn on top. And that basically locks it in. Just see how it's sitting. And that's fine. Trim at the length of the body there. Now the rib of the fly is a small silver tinsel. So we basically catch that in, best to catch it in the full length of the body, just to keep things basically nice and level. Just wind your thread up, tidying this up, and then come back down quick. You want to tie in some ostrich herring. This is dyed black ostrich herring. Now you could put a couple of strands on and wind it up. I'm just going to put a single strand on and catch it in at the base. Now I catch it on the side with the basically, you'll see the edge on the top that there's no herring showing. So when you bring it round, it should sit for you. Well, we can encourage it to sit anyway. So that's the length of the body. Now, because the herring is the weakest fibre, I'm actually going to wind it towards myself. As you can see, I wind away with the thread and I wind away with the wire. And by doing this, you'll catch it in far better and your body will last far longer. So basically, we just wind up, one turn in front of the other. And obviously, by catching in at the base of the herring, you'll get this natural taper. You're happy. Now to tie it off, because we have wound the actual herring on, you've got to come over it with a turn and a turn on the hook to lock it. Do the same again and again, that'll do it. Trim away the waist. Now we're ready for our body hackle. Now the body hackle is it's a golden badger that I have. This one is quite a nice hackle. There's the feather there. It's a cock hackle. Now I'll get 2 to 3 flies out of this. So I take away the base. So I bare some of the fibre. Wax your thread. Just catch it on the side. Just make sure it's secure. And then we're going to wind it down now a turn or 2 at the top. Now the length of the fibre is basically up to yourself. Just checking the length there. Maybe just a wee touch long, but it will taper. You'll see, so into about 3 to 4 turns or so on the way down. So you get a couple of turns at the top, 3 turns down. I'll come into the 4th, then what I like to do is I like to come round with the wire turn at the back, come up, catch hackle in, and then rib the body with the wire, making sure it's secure. Just before you come to the front of the hackle, just draw it back, do a straight turn, and then basically tie it in nice and tight, bend and break away the wire, come in with my scissors, trim away my hackle. Now I'll get probably another 2 flies out of that feather, so don't throw it away. Just depends on the feathers you have. Now the hackle I'm using, this is if you look at this is a hen pheasant. I'm using the well marked feather from the wing. You could probably use some of the body feathers as well, I would think. Now I want the length of I want it as longer than the hackle, or as long anyway, as the hackle in the body, so that it blends in. So take away the fluff. You tie it in by the tip. So basically I'm just revealing the tip of the feather. I'm going to trim it. And basically leave enough to tie it in. So just offer it to this, in this case, is to the side of the hook. Pull it in so that it's the length of the head. Now give yourself a good 1.5 mm up here. Now I'm just checking the length just to make sure. Now a couple of these fibres are too long. So I'm just going to take them away. Now if you're going to do that, make sure you grip the hackle before you take them off, because you can break it off if you don't. Now I'm just going to use up this hackle, do one turn front to the other. Now once you catch it in, a couple of turns or so, I'm just going to fold it back. Then basically it's thin enough the stem you can easily do that. Just form my head with the thread. Now keep the thread tight, and then I'm going to break that off and whip finish. Don't let the thread go, do it straight away, and then you can come in with the scissors, trim away the thread. Now the hackle's a bit flat, as you can see. I'm just going to bring it out, because I've twisted it. And there we are. A nice hackle. It's going to blend into the fly. There you go. And that's all you have to do now is just to varnish. Now you can tie these slightly different. With the front hackle you can make it shorter or long, like I've done. So say I like it like that. And there we are. I don't know if I've got one, I've got 2 or 3 tied. There's one slightly shorter. Let me see, it's just slightly shorter, not much. But anyway, see that way. You can tie it to suit yourself. You can tie it as sparse as you like as well, I would think. That, to me there, that's just nice. I like the shape of that. So I do. But that's the fun of tying your own flies. You get that shape that you suit, that you like and prefer. So there you go. That's, as I say, it's called the Veyatie Black, if I get it right. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And again, thank you for watching. Until next time.